How's it going, guys and girls and everyone in between? It's your boy Bobble Gaming coming at you with another deck profile. Tell me doing my deck profile on my Pendulum Magicians. I took this to locals today, came 6th place. I'll talk about my matchups real quick. First up, first game, played against Zombie Light Swarms, tied against them. They were a decent matchup, pretty hard once you get into the grind game with snow kind of disabling a lot of your shit. Second game was Trickster, absolutely smashed him, OTKing him right out of the gate, both 2 games. And then my last 2 games were both Pendulum Magician mirror matches. I lost the first one and then won the second one, being able to put game on board really quickly, really consistently. So yeah, we're gonna get right into this. So it was a 22-man tournament, pretty sure it was. But anyways, we're playing the triple astrograph sorcerer, pretty standard, the hand trap of this deck, because what it does, if you don't know, if the card you control is destroyed, you have to special them from your hand, and then you can either choose to add a card that was destroyed this turn from your deck to your hand or not, which is, he helps dig through your deck for more resources and stuff, like if you purple poison, pop something on your field and stuff. But yeah, really powerful card, really powerful. Then we're playing free Purple Poison Magician. This is just another pop, and also it enables Dark Spellcasters to do more damage. Again, he helps with OTK potential with this deck because it has quite a high OTK potential on it. Then we're playing triple double Iris Magician. It again does more OTK potential with a Dark Spellcaster doing double battle damage to a monster. And when it's destroyed, you're adding one of your pendulum graphs, so it searches out your trap or spell pendulum graphs. Then we were playing triple Black Fang Magician. He was just here for like late game scenarios where I can just pop him, halve my opponent's monster's attack, and get 3 revives off of him, and he's not hard once per turn with the revive effect either, which is really useful. Then I was playing free Harmonizing Magician. This came in clutch so many times. I mean, it's Harmonizing Magician. It's one of the best magicians out there, next to Purple Poison. But yeah, being able to get that special from deck, and scale effect came up a few times for OTKs. Being able to get that small 100 attack boost for all magician monsters faced upon your extra deck with different names. But yeah, so that's for the free of lineup. Don't worry, we're playing Wisdom Eye, we're just not playing 3 of them. Calm down. No, you're gonna like fight me in your comment or something. We're playing 2 Wisdom Eye. I have good reason playing 2 guys. Hear me out. In testing, free bricked a lot, and this was proven by the fact of my opponent, because they would open with like 2 Wisdom Eye, 3 Wisdom Eye, and they would brick their hands really badly because they really wouldn't have much place to go off. But I personally like him at 2, and he's searchable at that, so yeah. And he's not that useful, guys. Just remember, all he is your other pendulum scales. That's all he is he's more magician names. Then for our other magicians, we're playing the 1 White Wing Magician. It's a low scale. That's the only reason. The 1 Oath Dragon. It's a low scale, and also it recycles your face-up pendulum stuff. And then for a card that not many people do play, it was the 1 Dragon Pulse Magician. Dragon Pulse Magician. I was only really playing him because he was a scale 1. He came in clutch quite a bit, with having that low scale in my hand, because I would draw like 4 high scales and then just the 1 Dragon Pulse, and that would just instantly secure me a win right there. So yeah, and I guess this discard to destroy it can be handy sometimes. Then for our performance power monsters, we are playing the free Joker, because of course it searches out your Wisdom Eye, it searches out all your magicians basically. And then the 2 Sorcerer, I was playing 2 Sorcerer, I was contemplating playing it at 3, but I ultimately ended up playing it at 2, just because 3 was bricking in testing, and 2 was just a good ratio, because it's, I really only had the 1 target in the deck, that being Joker. Yeah. And also, he can destroy your scales if needed to get the search off, if you really need resources that desperately. Two Luster, because Luster plus Purple Poison equals an out to basically anything that can be targeted, and also it helps dig through your deck, helps chain Astrograph, and helps get searches off a Star Pendulum Graph. Luster is really useful as well because it's a tuner and it's targets for your Draco extra deck monsters like Dynamister, Ignister, and Master Paladin. Then for a card that won me a game because fuck Beals, Triple Fairy Tale Luna. Fairy Tale Luna is a bounce effect. Your opponent can either send a card from the extra deck or deck to graveyard to negate the bounce, but because it was Beals, he was only playing one. So yeah, he had to bounce it back to extra deck, and I swung the game with Luna. Really useful, and also it searches another copy of itself, and if it does get bounced back to hand, you can just get the Pendulum Summon it back out again. So yeah, more resources basically. It's a light spellcaster, which sucks. If it was a dark spellcaster, it would just be a bit too it'd be a bit too broken with this deck. Then we're playing 3 Wavering Eyes. I played 3 Wavering Eyes in the main deck because there is a ridiculous amount of Pendulum Magician players there. There was actually 5 total there, including me today. So the chances of me playing a mirror match was pretty high. But yeah, I resolved it for 4 about 2 or 3 times. Really useful. Got that Search Banish and another Search Wavering Eyes. Definitely useful. I burnt my opponent for 15 in one game with all 3 of my Wavering Eyes, and I still won that game. But you really only need to resolve Wavering Eyes for 4 once, and you win. Then we're playing 2 Star Pendulum because it's like Tenki on steroids. It's with magicians. Then 2 Duel's Alliance because we're not playing Desires, and Freeze Bricky, and 1 Pendulum Call because this came out quite a bit because what would happen in the mirror match is that I draw this, discard for it, get the searches off and stuff, and like make a board. And because they couldn't destroy my stuff, they couldn't Wavering Eyes resolve for 4. So yeah, that came in clutch kind of a bit. Now for the 2 trap cards, of course, 2-time Pendulum Graph. I really found myself only having the 1 on the field, but of course we're having 2 there just in case one gets outed and you have a second one ready. But as soon as you lose both of them, you have to scoop because this is your win condition. I'm not even joking. But yeah, just being able to pop your stuff and gain advantage and destroy your opponent's stuff and them not gain advantage unless of course it's a mirror match where it's just search. Now for the extra deck. The main deck was 40 cards exactly. Extra deck is 15 cards, playing for the Link monsters, the 1 Deco Talker, and the 1 Proxy Dragon. I never made Proxy Dragon once today, but he came up lots in testing for like late game. Made Deco Talker 5 or 6 times because just to get there, just to get me there with the 2 link pointers and stuff. So yeah. Then we're playing for the fusions. The 1 Dynamister went into him quite a bit today, being able to protect my scales. And Starving Venom, I never went into him at all today. But he was good in theory because you copy opponent's monster effect until the end phase, and also you get to do piercing damage with him. And also with Dino Mister, you get to special Draco Slayer from your graveyard, so he helps resource and stuff. As for the fusions and links for the synchros, I'm not playing that many because we're more focused on XZs. We're playing the 1 Omega, the 1 Ignister. I actually never went into Ignister. No, actually, I went into Ignister once today, but it wasn't that good, really. And then 1 Supreme King Clearwing, MVP of the extra deck, won me so many games, being able to blow up my opponent's board, having like a Decode Talker and a Supreme King Dark Dragon on board, just being able to attack easily for game. But yeah, his second effect never came up though, which was destroys the monster before damage calc, and then you take that, then your opponent takes damage equal to that monster's original attack. But yeah, I went to Omega like all the time basically, but he wasn't that good. I wasn't that lucky with my snipes. For XZs, we were playing the 2-time Star Magician. I found myself going into 2 quite a lot in the same game because it searches out your Joker, basically all of your Dark Spellcasters. Well, it is all your Dark Spellcasters, and it saved my ass once because my opponent Rageki'd. I was like Time Star Effect, and I sent cards from my deck equal to the number that would be destroyed instead. So yeah, Time Star came in clutch, and he also helps resource your extra deck, your face-up extra deck, and your graveyard. Then we were playing the 1 Big Eye. I did this really cool thing. I had 2 Astrographs in hand, Pendulum Summon them both out. Overlay for Big Eye. My opponent had a Time Star Magician with one material, so I stole that. Used this effect, detached, added a card, summoned Joker, and I attacked for game with his own monster. But of course, Big Eye can't attack that turn. And also, he's a Dark Spellcaster, so Double Iris and Purple Poison work with him, which is really nice to know. And then of course the one Baguska, because it stalls out for 2 turns basically. One Castel, oh yeah, I wanted to Baguska like every turn. One Castel never went into it, but it was good in theory. Master Paladin went into this card about 2-3 times because I wouldn't have enough materials to go into Time Star, and also it just kind of helped me get there. Supreme King Darkbone, second MVP of the extra deck because it just won me so many games, attacking for 5k directly. And of course the One Trapeze Magician, being able to make a monster attack twice, but it's destroyed during end phases. Pretty cool. I mean, not end phase, end of battle, so if you make like a Purple Poison or a Double Iris attack, it's really good. It's really fun. But yeah, so that's that. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's deck profile. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share the video around. Thanks so much for actually watching me today, if you have. And this is Bobble Gaming, coming at you again with another deck profile, and signing out once again. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.